Welcome, viewers of Edu TV across the world, in the first education channel and in our favorite program, Schools, Universities, and Corporate Connect. This is your host, Pranav Thakurta from Edu TV, New Delhi, India. Today, we are in our prestigious program, the Vice Chancellor's Roundtable. Our guests today are Professor Raghveer Singh, Vice Chancellor, Tirthankar Mahavir University, Moradabad. Professor Raj Singh, Vice Chancellor, Jain University, Bangalore. Professor G. Raghurama, Vice Chancellor, DIT University, Dehradun. Dr. Madhuri Parthi, academic leader and education strategist. And our moderator is a young girl, Aparna Mitra. Over to you, Aparna.
Okay, it is Birmingham City University. I did my MBA many years ago and I'm not young. I'll just do a quick introduction of what we are going to talk about today. It is about curriculum reforms, and we have been already introduced to the esteemed panel that we have. Just to kind of give a start to this show, I'll share a small experience of my own, and hopefully that would be a little bit of a catch point for you to progress with your comments. This is my personal experience. I studied bachelor's here, master's here in India. I was a economics graduate, and then I started to work, and in a couple of years somebody advised me to take a course in MBA in management, and I chose to go to the UK to do my management studies. And already being a postgraduate, I thought, it would be something of a breeze for me, and I would be able to kind of do the course pretty easily. But I felt that I was thrown in the deep end, not because the course was difficult, but it was completely different. The way the courses were delivered to us, the teacher and taught relationship, everything was different. But the learning curve, although was steep for me, it was extremely fruitful. And what that 1 year did to me in terms of my academic transformation, I could not achieve that in my 17 years of education here in India. And that's where I feel that this is a great opportunity for people to kind of listen to comments from what professionals in academia feel passionately about here in India in terms of making reforms that they truly wish to. And maybe, this could create some sort of a momentum in actually opening up a wider discussion. So what I would do is I would welcome each one of you to speak for 5 minutes in the beginning, and while the speaker is on note, I'd request others to be on mute. And then once everyone's done, we'll open up the floor for an open discussion. I'll invite Professor Raghveer Singh for his comments.
Thank you, Aparna, and thank you so much, Dr. Pranav, Edu TV, for inviting me. Professor Raj Singh has already set a wonderful tone to what the curriculum is supposed to be. And I'm happy that he has clearly stated that the curriculum is always beyond contents. It's unfortunate for large number of people to, restrict curriculum to only contents or the courses which are supposed to be taught. In my mind, as he stated, curriculum starts with the philosophy of education. That is why are we actually educating our children? We need to have a philosophy behind it. And, NEP 2020 has already set up, a philosophy for that. And that philosophy is very plain. That means we need to have our students ready to face realities of the world. That's point number one. Have good citizens and great socially and environmentally sensitive people. So that covers all. And that sets the tone for your curriculum also. So when you say prepare to face the realities of the world, I say you need to have both T-shaped and I-shaped people. When I say T-shaped, Professor Raghveer Singh touched a little bit on that. T-shaped means the people who have a depth of a particular profession, and then you have adjacent two arms which have that interdisciplinary understanding and learning. Because in reality, in the real world, no problem exists in isolation. Every problem probably have a interdisciplinary approach. So I don't find any reason why a curriculum has to be a standalone curriculum based on a deep discipline. Yes, you need a deep understanding of a particular discipline, but you need to have adjusted arms also, which could help us to solve problems of the world. For me, curriculum design starts with outcomes to be achieved based upon education philosophy, right? And then you put together your courses using your interdisciplinary framework, and then develop those contents which are necessary for having that deep understanding as well as other aspect of this. Then methods is most important part for me, where today it's easy to have courses and content together. You could refer XYZ universities or whatever it is. But most important aspect is the methods which we use in the classroom and outside the classroom. It is understood that learning is never restricted to the classroom itself. Learning happens both inside and outside the classroom. If you look at holistically, students spends not more than 25% of the time with the, in any institution, and 75% of the time is spent outside the classroom. So there has to be a huge influence of what he does outside the classroom. If you make a little calculation, in fact, a student spends not more than 12.5% of his time within university during the entire degree program, because UGC says you need to have 180 days of learning. So 50% is gone there. Out of that, no more than 6 to 7 hours spent in a school. So it makes only 12.5%. So let's, as a teachers and administrators, we need to understand that it's not we who have a full responsibility, but the society, the parents, and himself, that self-learning plays a major role. But what we need to do is help him guide and hold him, so that he understands how he or she can develop himself beyond the classroom. So all those methods which should be aligned to the outcomes. So in a particular classroom, I need to vary my methods. I mean, I could have, it said that you couldn't use a particular method more than 10 to 15 minutes in the classroom. You need to vary, because the way students learn, they all are different. Because the span, attention span is very low today. So you can't go on lecturing. So my suggestion is, let's stop lecturing too much. Let's not restrict to ourselves to a classroom of an hour or so. You could see, I've been lucky to be in Russia for about a year or so to learn. And I found their learning goes beyond 2 to 3 hours. And they don't have 6 or 7 or 8 courses in one semester, 2 to 3 courses. And they don't conduct exams at, there is no exam festival as such, let me tell you, the way we have. They do it as at ease. Whenever they feel that the students are ready and the teacher has finished his part and learning has happened, they conduct an examination. So we got to avoid this, this examination festival in the country if you really want the learning to take precedence. There is a saying that anything worth learning cannot be taught, and that's very, very right. So the responsibility of learning should lie with the student, with the guidance of a teacher. And if we start doing it the other way around, then we'll end up giving a tuition rather than learning. So the curriculum must take into account all these things. And then, of course, assessment. What are we trying to assess? Are we assessing learning, or are we assessing the memory of the people? Okay, so the assessment has to be reformed according to the way we, in fact, deliver in the classroom, and the outcomes which are desired. Assessments should measure outcomes, nothing beyond it. And when a lot of institutions and universities have started doing this aspect, but the problem is with understanding. A lot of people say that we examine every unit of our course through hours. No, I said no, not required. You need to measure those specific skills, high order thinking skills. That is whether a child can analyze, whether he can evaluate, or he can create. That you could do it in any unit. So the focus should be on those higher order skills, not on the units. When you fall back on those units, you end up, in fact, assessing the memory. And beyond exams, I have one more, aspect, that is review and correction, which is not actually used. Now that loop has to complete. So for me, a curriculum reform is starting from the philosophy of education, developing outcomes, putting together your content and courses, then choosing appropriate appropriate methods which align with your outcomes, and then use your assessment tools which again align to the your methods as well as to the outcomes, and finally then complete your loop, finding out where are we going wrong or where we are not able to do, makes continuous crop. So continuous quality improvement system must be brought if the curriculum has to be complete. That's my take on it, and I'll wait for my next time.
Thank you, Dr. Singh, and I completely second you on your views. Higher education, especially, should not be about regurgitating information. It should be about skill building, about making people job ready, or if they want to get into academia, make them have that critical, analytical mind, even if they are from, social studies background. Make them think that they have no box to start off with. So, and I think that is the kind of risks that students are not allowed to take. Hence, they are always cocooned to a certain framework, and hence they will never be strategists, they will never be decision makers, they will always follow orders and commands because they have been conditioned to regurgitate information.
Keep watching EduTV.
Keep watching EduTV.
Keep watching EduTV.
Please keep watching EduTV.
Keep watching EduTV.
Keep watching EduTV.
Keep watching EduTV. And keep watching EduTV.
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 Keep watching EduTV. Thank you.
I am Harshini Sudarshan. I am a grade 12 student studying at Delhi Public School, Bangalore East. For those of you who are watching, at EduTV, we are having a program where we conduct talks and interviews between students and university outreach heads in order to find out more about the colleges that we want to join in and what these colleges and universities are offering to us.
I would like to ask you this, that as Shamsa said, that it was just the beginning of CS at this time. So how have you come into CS, or what made you think that you should pursue CS at that point of time?
Okay, so I think I came into computer science accidentally because in 1994, when I wanted to, pursue my engineering, so I had a very good rank. In those days, the number one branch was not computer science, it was electronics.
EduTV is also having a taster program, and some of you may know what it is. It is just to get a taste of college life.
Good morning, I am Chaya Khanna, Principal Scholars Home School. I would like to express my gratitude to Pranav for giving this opportunity to our class 12 students to visit Graphic Era. I'm sure our children will know of the many avenues that they are not aware of.
My name is Veda Gopala and I'm from Scholars Home, and I thought it was quite an enriching experience. I really liked the campus and the workshop facilities.
So students are taken on a visit to the university or the college premises to get a taste of what is actually college life in those 3 or 4 crucial college years of your life. So you get to know about placements, job opportunities, careers of the future, what that college or the university has to offer to you, how campus life is in general.